Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about Pika Labs, an AI video startup that went from what was basically a dorm room idea to a company worth nearly $500 million. And they did it by making one massive and honestly pretty counterintuitive bet. Yup, that's the number, $470 million. In the incredibly crowded, hyper-competitive world of AI, that is the valuation Pika Labs managed to hit in under 2 years. To put that into perspective, they aren't just surviving in this market, they are absolutely exploding. So the big question is, how on earth did they pull this off? I mean, in a field with giants like OpenAI throwing their weight around, how did a newcomer find any room to breathe, let alone thrive? Well, the answer isn't just about having better tech. It's all about a single, calculated pivot made by their founder. And it all starts right here, with Pika's founder, Demi Guo, and a decision she made that would go on to shape the company's entire strategy from the ground up. Okay, so before Pika was even a concept, its founder, Demi Guo, was on what you could call the golden path to success. We're talking a degree from Harvard, stints at pretty much every major tech giant you can name, and then capping it all off with a super prestigious PhD program at Stanford. She was at the absolute peak of the academic AI world. And look, this wasn't just some academic whiz kid who only knew theory. At Facebook, get this, she was the youngest person they had ever hired at that time. As an intern at Microsoft, she was already improving how Bing understands what you're searching for using deep learning. This proved she could build systems that actually work at a massive scale, which is exactly what investors are always looking for. You pair that technical firepower with her co-founder Chenlin Meng's artistic chops, and you've got the perfect founding team. And here is where the plot twist comes in. In 2023, Guo walks away from her Stanford PhD. Now, this wasn't just quitting. This was a strategic, calculated pivot. She saw that the AI video market was moving at lightning speed, and she knew the slow, methodical pace of academia just wasn't going to cut it. If she wanted to win, she had to move fast, right now. So what was the core strategy that this huge move unlocked? Well, the best way to think about it is this idea of the floor versus the ceiling. This is where their strategy just becomes crystal clear. While all their competitors, like OpenAI with Sora, were pushing the ceiling, chasing that perfect cinematic, hyper-realistic video, Pika did the opposite. They focused on raising the floor. Their goal wasn't perfection, it was about making it ridiculously easy for anyone to get a good, fun, stylized video with almost no effort. They weren't aiming for Hollywood directors, they were aiming for TikTok creators and marketers. And what they pulled off here is a textbook example of market disruption. Instead of trying to steal a slice of the small existing pie of technical artists, Pika just baked a whole new, much, much bigger pie. They opened the floodgates to literally millions of social media users and marketers who care way more about speed and style than about cinematic perfection. They didn't just join the market, they made it bigger. So how they actually turned the strategy into a product people would use? It all came down to building a really powerful but still super intuitive toolkit for creators. Right, so Pika isn't just another simple text-to-video generator. It's a whole suite of tools that are designed for creativity and control. You've got your standard stuff, sure, but then you have things like Pika effects. These are presets literally designed to go viral. And then there are more advanced tools like Modify Region for super precise edits, and Pika scenes to keep your characters looking consistent. It's a whole creative sandbox. And this quote about a melting unicorn, I know it sounds wild, but it really gets to the heart of what makes Pika so appealing. The tools are built to create these visually stunning, instantly shareable moments. It's not just a cool special effect, it's a built-in marketing engine that drives a ton of organic growth for them. Their growth strategy was just as smart as their product strategy. By starting out and building their community on Discord, they created this amazing real-time feedback loop with their most passionate users. People were sharing their successful prompts, which not only helped new users get up to speed faster, but also saved Pika a bunch of money on server costs from failed generations. It was a total win-win. Okay, so a smart strategy and a powerful product are a fantastic start. But in the high-stakes world of AI startups, the ultimate validation, the real seal of approval, usually comes from one place, the investors. And they definitely got it. To date, Pika Labs has raised $135 million. Just let that sink in. This is for a company that was only founded in April of 2023. That is just wild. And you can see that the momentum is clearly still building. An $80 million Series B round in June 2024? That shows that investor confidence isn't just high, it's accelerating. This is the ultimate proof that their whole raise the floor strategy is working, big time. And it's not just about the amount of money, it's about who the money is coming from. You've got top-tier VCs like Spark Capital and Lightspeed, which shows the big institutions believe in the business. But the individual investors are just as interesting. You've got actor Jared Leto, which validates its power for artists. And then you have Quora founder Adam D'Angelo, signaling its massive potential as a community platform. That's a powerful combination. But Pika's vision doesn't just stop at being a popular app for creators. The final piece of their strategy shows they are thinking much, much bigger than that. They're becoming an infrastructure company. By offering an API, they're letting other businesses build Pika's magic right into their own apps and services. And this pricing table tells its own story. The cost goes up with the complexity. The most advanced feature, making sure characters and objects stay consistent, which is one of the hardest problems in AI video, that's what commands the premium price. Makes total sense. But here's the really brilliant move. Look at what they are not putting in the API. All their most viral, brand-defining features, like those pick effects, are kept exclusively for their own app. This is a masterstroke. It stops people from just cloning their product, and it ensures that the main Pika app will always be the best and most unique place to create. They're saying, you can rent our engine, but if you want the real magic, you have to come to our house. And this whole story brings us to a final, really fascinating question for the entire AI industry. As we watch this crazy race unfold, the story of Pika Labs makes you wonder, is the ultimate winner going to be the company with the most technically perfect, flawless model, or is it going to be the one who figures out how to put all that power into the hands of everyone? Pika Labs is betting big on the second one.